The following views are those of the host and not those of Clear Channel Broadcasting licenses.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the Eat and Critique Show with co-hosts Steve-O and Renee. Get ready to hear which South Florida restaurants serve the best seafood, Italian, Mexican, steak, or sushi. Who offers the best service, best portions, and atmosphere. Share your dining experiences with Steve-O and Renee each week while they share their dining experiences with you. Listen every week while Steve-O and Renee introduce celebrity chefs, give away gift certificates to some of South Florida's finest restaurants, concert tickets, and share their top 10 cuisines. Steve-O has written for the food sections of such publications as Boca Raton News, Boca Life Magazine, Parklander Magazine, and the Jewish Journal. And he's no stranger to radio. Steve-O has written 2 cookbooks, one for adults and one for children. He's a graduate of the prestigious Cooper Clinic for Fitness and Nutrition, and he graduated from the Florida Culinary Institute. Renee was the head of one of the largest marketing firms in Florida. She's been the co-host of the Eat and Critique Show from its inception. Now let's get ready to call and share your dining experiences at 877-927-6969. Now here's restaurant critics Steve-O and Renee.
Good afternoon and welcome to another Eat and Critique radio show brought to you by Madison's New York Grill and Bar in Boca Raton. This is kind of like the hospital.
Why is that? In the
First of all,
infirmary.
You and I were really sick last week.
And I'm fine now.
So I apologize. We did our first rerun show in 2 years last year. And I've had the mumps, I've had the measles.
You have?
I've had the chicken pox.
Stop spreading your germs.
Yeah, that was all just last week.
You've had crud.
You
still have crud.
I still...
You do. I don't know what you have. You're hacking over there. I don't know what you have.
I know.
Thank you, Jimmy. I don't need your input over there.
I love you.
Anyway, I'm restaurant critic Steve-O, and I'm here with my beautiful restaurant critic Renee.
What's happening? Do you feel better today?
Not really.
Okay, you don't sound good. I'm sorry, I'm laughing.
That's low.
Hey, it's part of life with her, you know? Anyway, today's show is sponsored by our good friends at Madison's New York Grill and Bar, who offer the best lunch specials with their 10 lunch dishes for $10 each. So that means you can get 100. You could get 10 dishes for $100.
What a deal!
It
really is
per person. Anyway, they also do Ladies' Night, where ladies drink free on Thursdays. It's from 7 p.m. till closing. Madison's New York Grill and Bar in Boca Raton is one of Renee and my top 20 restaurants. We love these guys. Plus, they're our opening and closing sponsor.
They are.
So we have the most incredible show today. We discovered the most incredible restaurant in our backyard.
I know, a local restaurant.
Yes, this is good.
Which I am thrilled about.
This restaurant is going to take Coral Springs,
to a new level.
Absolutely.
I think so.
Because there's nothing like it.
I said to you that this restaurant reminds me of a restaurant like in Del Rey on Atlantic Avenue.
It does, yeah.
But we could walk there.
You can walk there.
Okay. I know you're not walking.
I'm taking a cab.
Take your bicycle.
Take
your scooter.
The one with the football cards on it, right? On the
baseball
spokes.
cards.
And then in our second half of our show, again, something I screwed up.
You did screw up.
I think you did screw up.
Well, smack you in the head
He's
for
a
that.
man. He
Smack you in the head.
I know.
We have the second
and don't
half.
mock me over there.
Mock you? Why are you using Yiddish words?
I'm not. That's not a Yiddish word.
Mock?
Mock.
Mock is a Yiddish word.
No, it's not. Look it up.
Okay.
Anyway, I'll buy you a Webster's for Christmas.
The second half of the show, we really and truly do have Steve Monterano coming on with us.
Well, the reason he wasn't on a few weeks ago is you
goes.
gave him the wrong number.
You gave him the wrong number.
Maybe he heard that voice and didn't want to come on.
Could have been. Hey, listen, if you want to watch today's show live,
go to the eatandcritiqueshow.com and voila, there we are on the homepage. And if you're a new listener to this show, the premise of the show is that we find the good, the bad, and the ugly of dining out. We do the legwork for you.
Boy, my legs are tired.
Are they?
Yeah.
Nobody asked you.
So, like I told you, we have a new restaurant. They're in studio with us today. The name of the restaurant, what a cool name. The Cook and the Cork. And everybody is writing about them. I mean, they are everywhere. And that also means today, this morning, this is afternoon. Yeah.
Wake up,
We've
baby.
done our last 5 shows have been in the morning.
I know. Listen, I was so thankful this morning. I didn't have to get up at 5:30 in the morning. It was so nice.
So you were watching Joel Osteen, weren't you?
No, I was not. Sorry.
Anyway, so
Fox
we have
News.
Yeah, right. We have a gift certificate to give away. So be ready.
And don't turn your dial. Otherwise, you can't win.
And I got to tell you, before we get started, you know how we're always looking for different types of restaurants. Sometimes they happen by mistake. We did
By accident.
Yeah, by accident. We were doing a filming last week, and Renee and I were starved. We were over in Boca. We went over, and we saw a restaurant called Salufos.
It's a pizzeria.
Yes. It opened back in 1989. Now, they're not open anymore. They just opened up.
Yes, they are.
Of course
Settle
they
down.
Are.
They're
hey,
open.
Listen, if you can still be open from 1989, you're doing something right.
Exactly.
So we wanted to thank these guys. The pizza was out of this world.
It was amazing. It was like New York pizza. It
was.
really was.
And I'm going to tell you where they're located at. They're not an advertiser. They're located at 6060 Southwest 18th Street, and their telephone number is 561-391-8388.
8-8. Let me help you along. Where's your glasses?
I can't believe it. I couldn't even.
What happened with your LASIK?
It's only working in one eye. I couldn't afford the other eye. So anyway, I just want to tell you, it's a great pizza place.
It really is. And I think they do takeout also. Mostly takeout.
Absolutely. It's a great place. Anyway, the pizza
was
out of this world.
unbelievable. I would actually travel from Coral Springs to Boca to get pizza from that restaurant.
Renee, that's not on the script anymore.
Okay, I don't even care. Honey, you're not scripting me out, ever. So settle down there.
So, we do our tastings every Friday night. We did a tasting last Friday night, and they're just like right around the corner from us. And I'm telling you, we were blown away, and it's not easy to blow us away.
Not at all.
So let's welcome right now Chef Keith, his wife.
Say his last name. I see it written on the script here.
Okay, then say it then.
You say it. It's on your... Listen, it says Steve O.
Okay. Blushchild?
Blushchild.
Good job.
Oh, good. Good for you. I'm like in amazement.
You are?
Yeah. That was good.
Over me or Chef Keith?
Chef Keith.
Okay.
Never bad.
And his wife with a different last name, which we were going to ask you
Well,
about.
it's a mouthful, the blouse child, so.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Anyway, his wife, who's
Dina
also
Lowell.
co-owner, are here in studio. Welcome, guys.
Welcome to the
Thank you.
show, guys.
God, it seems so long ago. I walked in about 2 months ago in the afternoon, and you don't do lunch yet. And I said, this is a cool place.
And it used to be an animal hospital.
Yes, we hear all the jokes about it.
So tell everybody where you're located. I ate in the x-ray room.
There's a reason why our herb garden grows so well.
Don't tell
In the
us.
backyard there.
Oh, that's right. But, I came into your restaurant 2 months ago, and I'm telling him, I said, this is really a cool place. Either of you were not even there. And I told them, I said, we have a huge restaurant show. And they were going, yeah, right. Sure, this guy's looking for free
How many
food.
months did it take them to contact
I
you?
know. And I said, we'd love to have him on the show. We'd like
They're
to
like,
do a
yeah,
tasting.
sure.
Yeah, okay.
Who's this guy?
Yeah, don't call us. We'll call you. We get that 5 people a day tell us, they're restaurant critics. They're all looking for free food.
We made fake cards.
Yeah, right. So anyway, tell people where you are located at.
We're on Sample Road, just west of University Drive,
Okay.
in
Between
between Coral Springs Drive and University on the
Right
south
next
side.
to Wings Plus.
Yeah, we'll give them a
Well,
little plug.
Yeah.
It's definitely a landmark. Everyone's like, where are you? I'm like, look, we're just next to Wings Plus. Like, oh, I know where that is.
Everybody knows where that is.
It's like saying you're next to the Empire State
Yeah.
Building.
Right,
Exactly.
exactly.
In Coral Springs, at least.
No, I wouldn't give them that much kudos.
So the name of the restaurant is The Cook and the Cork.
So tell everybody a little background about the restaurant, how you guys got started.
Our business was primarily catering. We've had Parkland Chef Catering for 8 years, and we were looking to expand and build a catering kitchen, and the footprint of the animal hospital worked out great for the size kitchen we need. We live in Coral Springs, so we didn't want to travel too far.
We're thankful.
Yeah.
to be able to produce parties. And even though it was an animal hospital, it was a restaurant 30 years ago before it was an animal hospital.
Oh,
So
interesting.
in the build out, it had a grease trap there. It had a little bit of infrastructure, and we built a catering kitchen. But then we said, since we have street front property, we might as well open up 4 nights a week for a dinner, and we have about 50 seats.
Wow. So when did you guys open up?
4 months ago.
The newbies,
Yeah.
and they were crowded the other night. And it's a small venue. How many tables do you have in the restaurant?
Tables about 13,
Do you take reservations?
mostly reservations. It's on weekdays, the Wednesday and Thursday, it's possible to get in, but on the weekends, it's really getting packed.
You better
Oh,
make
but-
reservations for this
but-
weekend.
So, right
I
now,
want to go.
We got you in.
Thank you.
I'll always have a table for you.
Thank
too. Even
you.
if it's in my office.
describe
Thank
the
you very much.
describe to everybody the decor.
Well, the decor really was an accident. We had such a limited budget with the build out, and it all went for the renovation and the demo and the kitchen build out. I was agonizing over what we were going to do. I was really considering, not considering, my only option was to either go to IKEA or Goodwill and just throw things together. But we knew we were working on this project for a couple of years. We were going to auctions here and there, and it was June, and Keith said to me, "Oh, we just got this pop-up auction. Do you want to go?" I'm like, "Oh, God, go to Miami? I don't want to go." But we went anyway, and when we pulled up to the building, like, "Oh, my God, I know this building. I know this restaurant. It's Senora Martinez. Oh, my God, I have to buy everything. It's such a beautiful place. I loved it there." And nobody showed up for the auction.
They got lucky.
It was like,
Yeah.
there were maybe like 10 people there, and I kept elbowing Keith like, "I want that, I want that, I want that." And he's like the master auction.
Don't tell him my
what-
secret, but
he
if you
is-
look too anxious, it looks like other people want the same thing you
Right.
want.
You have to make
and
believe when you're
And
bidding.
get there
you
when
make
no
believe
one
you don't
else is
want
there.
it. Right.
It's
That's the key.
Yes. And the restaurant's very quaint. I thought it was very quaint. It's very, it's like I said, it's a small venue, but it's
Well,
upscale.
Well, everything about the decor, everything there. So I got lucky at some auctions, and everything is old and used and worn looking, and I don't even want anything new. I like everything to look like
It's very homey, yes.
That it's worn in and chipped, and that's okay.
It's beautiful.
It
Aw,
is.
So
thank you.
let's get to our dishes.
Go ahead. This was one of your favorites
And
because you
this
love
was-
mac and cheese.
Oh, I
This
do.
was unusual.
First of all, Chef, your dish.
Yeah, always in the pocket, Jimmy.
The way your plating is, that is one of the things we look at because not only does the food have to be good, but it has to look good.
Okay, well, this was unusual because
Yes.
we've had lobster mac and cheese before.
Absolutely.
But this lobster mac and cheese actually came on a shell from the
lobster
actual
shell.
lobster. So tell everybody about that dish.
actually it's not something I invented. It's the oldest trick in the book. Lobster thermidors, classically served in the shell, and mac and cheese isn't something I invented either. But we do it with white cheddar, tarragon. We use fresh lobster, and we use old-fashioned elbow macaroni. And the thought of putting it in the lobster just really shows people the product we use and showcases the lobster and why
I
not
love that
put it in its
presentation.
own
Exactly.
shell.
I did. I love that. I thought that was so unusual.
And it was so good. And we try to pace ourselves. And
Oh, we
while-
ate everything. We
while
didn't pace ourselves.
We try to, though.
Did you stick the shell in your pocket? I saw
did.
something pointy and red.
I did.
Sorry.
Okay.
She's starting. She's going to
Sorry.
start coughing.
I
Okay.
know. Then we had the fried chicken and waffles, which it
The
reminded me of something that you
gravy, the
waffles. Yes.
syrup, it was wonderful.
So your menu is like very eclectic.
It's very eclectic, and it's also a lot of global influences. So it's American food, but we still have Korean influence, French influence, Italian influence.
I like they had that little bottle that they gave you to pour the syrup
I
on.
love that.
And that was incredible.
You know, listen, we're just kind of getting started, but because of time today, we have a $100 gift certificate to the Cork and the Cook.
Isn't it the cook and the cork? Are you switching it around?
Did I?
Look
It
at his
is
jacket.
the
It's the
cook and
cook
the-
and the cork.
I can't even see this. You asked me to see.
I would go
100
for
miles away?
I'd go for LASIK for that other eye.
Mine says cook and cork. Get
It's
it right.
cook and cork. Thank you.
Can't believe I'd never do that.
Can you give out the right number this time?
Yeah, look at you with.
What are we doing today? Oh, it's a show going on. Anyway, we have a $100 gift certificate to the Cook and the Cork in Coral Springs. But let me tell you something. If you're in Fort Lauderdale, if you're in Boca, it doesn't matter.
If you're in Jupiter, make the trip.
It doesn't matter.
Yes.
This is one of those restaurants.
You got to try.
It doesn't matter
And
how
you know what
far
I love
go.
also? It's tapas-style dining, which I
Yes,
love.
I know.
Because when you go there, you could try so many different dishes.
Exactly. So call us now, 877-927-6969. Let's take the second caller.
Okay.
If you have won in the last 30 days, come on. Let's give someone else a chance. So if you call them, and we know.
Don't
Yeah,
change.
like me.
Yeah, don't change your name.
Yeah. 'cause
We got your
know
phone
it.
number. We
Yeah.
got your contact
We
info.
have your address, everything. So give us a call while we're doing this interview. We'll take the second caller, 877-927-6969. $100 gift certificate to the Cook. I don't know why I want to keep saying the Court.
You don't even know my name.
Molly?
Ringwald.
Okay, yeah, right.
Patrick.
Okay, go play with your phones, Jimmy.
Okay, and then we had,
Oh.
which was the best of the entire night, I have to say, my favorite.
Phone line.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Wow.
We had the spare ribs braised in pear juices. Tell everybody about that dish. That was so unbelievable, and the spare ribs was so tender.
Thank you. That's a dish that we cook sous vide, and we use pear juice, Korean chili paste. We vacuum seal it, and then we slow cook it in an immersion circulator water bath for 24 hours, and then finish it on the grill.
They
We
did a
also
sous vide.
serve it with
Love it.
cucumber kimchi.
It
was
was
incredible.
out of this world, and I'm a big rib guy. I mean, I
You got big ribs?
do. I would say yours is absolutely out of maybe 100 restaurants who
They
we've
were
done
phenomenal. They really
top
were.
2 or 3, bro.
Yes.
Seriously.
Thank you.
They were that good. That's got to be one of your signature dishes.
We go through a lot of
I
ribs.
bet you do.
Everybody had ribs. Then we had the taco with Italian sausage, and it had balsamic vinaigrette on top. It was unbelievable. It was really good, like a little hard taco.
And the shell's actually a pasta dough shell. So it's a crispy pasta taco.
It was thicker than the actual type of regular taco shell.
It wasn't like a flour
No,
tortilla
it
Mexican
wasn't.
style.
No.
And it's homemade Italian sausage with a little arugula, pepper relish, and a little balsamic on top.
This guy's a
Loved
genius.
it. I love that.
You know, I don't say that very often.
No.
There's actually another chef in South Florida that we were saying, God,
We were
Chef
comparing
Keith
him,
is
yes.
just, I mean, these guys are so creative. I mean, it is, you guys are going to do so well. People are going to love your restaurant.
Thank you.
Do we have a winner? Because
Oh
the
my
phones
gosh.
are like
Shauna.
blowing.
They're blowing up all over the
I
place.
know,
see
it's
that. Who
crazy.
do we have?
Shauna.
Shauna. Okay. Put Shauna through. Hey,
there.
Shauna.
Hi guys, how are you?
Good. Congratulations. You just won a gift
so
certificate.
Excited.
Is this
I am
Shauna
so
Latova?
excited.
Lativa.
Not quite.
Okay.
I'm not that famous.
Hi,
Oh,
Shauna.
my God.
I've been listening to the show. The food sounds great. I'm licking my lips as we speak. So I'm
Don't get
Okay, I'm
crazy
not
over
going
there,
there.
Steve-O.
What is she doing?
Look at her
What part of
lips.
town do you live in, Shauna?
I live in Palm Beach County, Central Palm Beach.
Okay.
So I
It's
can
worth
easily
the
travel
trip,
anywhere.
Shauna. It's worth the trip.
You
Oh,
are.
I'm gonna make it.
Oh.
My husband and I just had our 20th year anniversary, and we were tied down with the kids and didn't get a chance to go out. So I think I'm gonna surprise him and make the
How sweet.
anniversary dinner. Yeah.
Very nice. But don't tell him you won. Tell him you just got him a gift certificate.
Yeah.
Tell 'em
Oh, I'm
she's
not
saying
even
it.
gonna tell him. I'm just telling him we're going out to dinner.
Very nice.
Now they're not open on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Is that right?
Correct.
Yeah.
So it has to be a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or Saturday.
Dinner only.
Fine. We'd probably pick the middle of the week night.
Yeah,
anyway.
dinner only. And listen, stay on the line. We're going to get your information. We'll mail it out to you. If you don't have the gift certificate by,
2015.
I mean, give Renee a call.
Well, I
Don't
listen
call
to
me.
you guys
I'll
every
call
week.
you.
I listen every week, so I'll call. Trust
Thank
me.
you.
All right. Thanks, Shauna.
Have a
Thanks for
wonderful
calling
week.
in.
Guys,
Thank you.
Okay,
Wow.
can we finish our tasting?
Yes.
Okay, so then we had the potato pierogies,
Oh, those were
which
so
I loved. So tell everybody about that dish.
The pierogies, I don't know where it fits in the menu. I know Dina
Doesn't
likes
matter.
Dina likes pierogies. And
I love
It was like my one
pierogies.
request.
And it was our one request to do, so We make a pretty traditional pierogi. We also use white cheddar and onions in the filling. We put fresh green apple relish on top and serve it with sour cream.
Love them.
It was really, and then we did
the grilled lamb chops.
Those, first of all, they were cooked to perfection.
They were.
That's one of the things.
So those are like little baby lamb chops.
Yeah, they're smaller lamb chops, and that way it's a full wrap cut into 5 pieces.
With the mint chutney.
So some are double bone, some are single bone, because based on the size, spacing on the bone, we cut
I shared that with you. I gave you one bone. That's it.
I know, that was it.
I took the rest of the plate.
And you know what? I'm not a big mint chutney, but I loved it.
You're not a big mint chutney.
Great job on it. If I like it, that's amazing, because you know it's so cool with a chef, if you can take something maybe someone doesn't like,
right,
and make it, prepare it to where they like it. Wow, that is just, it's impressive. It doesn't get any better than that.
It doesn't. Okay, and then we had the New York aged stripped steak, which was wonderful. And I told you I loved your steak sauce.
Thank you. Almost Peter Luger, but not quite.
Right. Well, it's not as heavy. We had this conversation. The Peter Luger sauce is a little bit thicker. Yours was a little bit lighter. It was excellent.
Hey, let's go to our first break, and we come back. We have more talk.
We're going to finish up
Chef
our
Keith
tasting.
Yes.
From the Cook and the Cork. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Steve O, restaurant critic on the Eat and Critique Show. When Renee and I find a great restaurant, we want to share it with our listeners. Let me tell you about Madison's New York Grill and Bar in Boca Raton. We made Madison's New York Grill and Bar one of our favorite restaurants right after we did our tasting. Madison's serves both lunch and dinner, and if you need to impress a client or a friend, stop by Madison's for lunch, where they offer 10 items at $10 each. Try some of their lunch specials like grilled barbecue chicken breast, grilled salmon, rigatoni bolognese with meat sauce, or, my favorite, their grilled chicken Caesars. Madison's is west of I-95 on Glades, next door to Jared Jewelers in Boca Raton. Renee and I received so many emails from listeners thanking us for turning them on to Madison's New York Grill and Bar. Try their crab cakes, or another one of my favorites, their baby back ribs, which fall off the bone. Save room for their mouth-watering key lime pie. Call them at 561-994-0808 to make reservations. That's 561-994-0808. Please tell them you heard about it on the Eat and Critique Show.
Hi, I'm Chris Levitt from the hit TV show $1 Million Listing Miami on Bravo, and I love listening to Steve-O and Renee on the Eat and Critique radio show.
Hi, this is Andrew McKinney, General Manager of Meisner Park in beautiful downtown Boca Raton. I love listening to the Steve-O and Renee Eat and Critique radio show.
We're back. Did you not know that?
Nope.
I'm pointing to you.
I told you.
You're up.
I thought that was a love sign.
No, listen. It depends what finger.
I was going to say.
So let's finish out our tasting.
Okay,
with the
we had
desserts.
the truffle, black truffle gnocchi, which I am not a big fan of gnocchi. I'm just not. I really liked yours. It was like firm. It was like chewy, which I loved. So tell everybody about that dish. And I know that's not a regular dish on your menu.
It's a special, and
you should keep that on the menu.
I should do it. It's the price of truffles, which kind of regulates when I could do it, because those were fresh Burgundy truffles from France. Just recently, before that season, I got some black Italian truffles. Right now, the white Italian truffles are in season, and they're about $2,500 a pound.
Wow,
that's why I liked it so much. I have expensive taste.
So the black ones are about a few $100s. So we shave them real thin, but we give you a lot of them, and I think it makes a dish.
It was excellent. And then for dessert, we had the pecan pie, and we had the key lime pie. And the pecan pie was different. It had chocolate actually in it, and it was in like a little skillet, a mini skillet. Excellent. Loved it. And the key lime pie.
You know how much I love key lime pie.
Yes.
It was so good. You know what? Are you hearing me?
I hear you perfectly.
Okay. I'm not hearing myself.
Okay, maybe that's a good thing.
Okay. Hey, give everybody your phone number to make reservations.
Okay, our phone number is easy to remember. It's 954-227-COOK, COOK, which is...
Oh, that's cool.
2665. 227-2665.
And tell everybody, give them your address again.
The address is 9890 West Sample Road, Coral Springs, Florida, USA. 33065.
USA. They're in the United States of America. Thank God.
Renee and I have a way of rating a restaurant.
So how do we rate the Cook and the Cork?
How do we rate them? Can't wait to come back.
Aw, thank you.
Loved your place.
Thanks for having us.
We love having you.
Thank you
It's
very
such a
much.
Listen, we got a huge audience out there. You've got to support these guys. I promise you, I don't care what part
You'll
of town you're in.
absolutely love this restaurant.
Exactly. It's called The Cook and The Cork. And plus, they're two wonderful people. So support them. And we are going to go to another break.
A quick break,
And
because
then
we
we've
have
got Steve
the man
Materano
himself,
on
Steve
the phone.
Materano. That's
Exactly.
right.
I'm only going to do one commercial.
That's fine. We'll be right back.
Hi, this is Steve O, co-host of the Eat and Critique Show. I want to talk to you about my favorite deli, 2J's, with 24 locations throughout South Florida, 11 of them right here in Broward and Palm Beach. Most of us have ordered out from 2J's at one time or another, from those morning business meetings to bar mitzvahs, or maybe you ordered one of their great holiday trays. What I love about 2J's is how consistently good they are and how my orders are always accurate and on time. Whatever occasion we are celebrating and I'm put in charge of the food, I know ordering from 2J's will always be a hit. From their cheese trays to their meat trays, 2J's never disappoints me or our company. You can always tell the difference between the 2J's trays and the other trays at parties, as 2J's trays are always the ones that are devoured. Finally, I can't forget about 2J's latkes, or their stuffed cabbage, or their matzo ball soup, which are just like my Nana used to make. Go to their website to find out the location nearest you at www.2js.com. That's TOOJAYS. Tell them Steve O and Renee sent you from the Eat and Critique Show.
Yo, cuz, how you doing? This is Steve Martirano of Cafe Martirano in Fort Lauderdale, and at the Hard Rock Seminole Hotel and Casino, and at the Rio in Las Vegas. And I love turning into my friends Steve-O and Renee.
Here we go.
Eat and Critique Radio Show. Enjoy. Say goodbye.
I'm saying hello.
I'm saying hello.
Can I just talk quickly about Aladdin's?
Real quickly.
A really good idea for the holidays. If you really like to do something different, they have the best Mediterranean, Middle Eastern restaurant that's hit Boca. And the restaurant, like I said, is called Aladdin's Eatery, and they're located in the back of town center, right by Maggiano's, by Greenwise. And they started 20 years ago in Ohio, and they have Middle Eastern decor, and the food is so good at Aladdin's Eatery in Boca.
Food there if you like
we're actually catering food.
Oh, that's right.
For New Year's from that restaurant. That's how much we like this restaurant. And everything's so fresh and healthy, like their vegetarian combo, and they have big, large portions, and we're getting hummus and tzatziki
Baba
ganoush and grape leaves. And you have to support this restaurant.
We love Aladdin's.
And their prices are so reasonable.
And their portions are wonderful.
Yes, I just said that. So Aladdin's is located at 21200 St. Andrews Boulevard in Boca Village Square, like I said, behind Town Center. And if you want to make reservations or place an order, they do catering. Their phone number is 561-419-9466. And they serve beer and wine. So, which is nice.
So it's called Aladdin's
Eatery
It's in
Boca Raton.
Okay. Well, we have a friend on the phone that dummy me last week. I give him the wrong.
Thank God you admitted
I give him
it.
the wrong phone number because our numbers are so close. But let me welcome everybody because everybody wanted to know what happened last week. Let me introduce you to our friend, Steve Materano.
Hey, Steve.
How you doing, cuz? How are you?
Good. How you doing? Long time no talk to.
I've been away for a long, long time.
I know. You're a busy man now. You got 5 Cafe Materanos, huh?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Wow, it's unbelievable.
Hey, I'm wearing my Cuz hat right now.
Well, thank you for that. But I am very proud of you two.
Wow.
You're growing each and every day.
Steve, I gained 10 pounds. You see that? I'm growing. Not in the right places.
Not my eyes. Not my eyes.
Oh, I love you. That's
not
so sweet.
Steve's eyes either. I know that.
Well, he's scared of me. He wouldn't say anything anyway.
Listen, for those of you who don't know, that must be living in
a coma.
In a coma. Steve Materano, who owns Cafe Materano. Bro, you've got 5 restaurants now.
I know. I was just saying that. Tell everybody where they are.
Because we got 5, and God is good.
God is great.
God is good. We got 5. We got 5 of them. We're working on 2 more.
Wow.
And then my dream, well, I guess my dream, like the end of the line. Everybody gets to the end of that line. How much more can you do? I'm thinking about taking the company public.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm
That's
excited
huge.
about that.
So you got your Oakland?
Well, we got the mothership. That's
Yeah.
the baby. That's the one that started 25 years ago. Same location on Oakland Park in A1A, in a little shopping center.
Where everybody, all the celebrities go there.
It's been amazing. You know, we've had our ups and downs with the economy going, but when you're real, and you stick to what you do, and you no matter what the world throws at you or whatever people say, you just continue to do what you do. Real understands real, and we're still there 25 years later.
That's right.
It's busy.
That's right. And you just came out with a book. It ain't sauce,
Well,
it's gravy.
Yeah. My first book. It's amazing. I don't know how much time we have, but you know me.
As much time as you want.
You got the whole second half of the show.
Listen, Steve, you're my co-host for the next half hour.
I wrote a book probably 5 years ago. Somebody kept pushing me, do some recipes, talk about your life, how you got started. Because again, how we got started was in South Philadelphia. I was on a wrong path in Philly, heading down the wrong direction, and I wanted to change my life to do something else, but I couldn't sing, I couldn't dance. But I liked food, and I started a sandwich business out of my mother's basement, and I would knock on people's doors and see if they wanted to buy a sandwich. That's how I got started. I had no money. Nobody gave me anything. So they said, why don't you write that down and put some recipes? So I did it, and I brought it to a publishing company, and they turned me down like it didn't even exist.
Right.
Who are you? We don't know you. No problem. So I self-published the book myself. And it was a hit. And before you know it, in 2 years, we sold like 4,000 copies.
Wow.
And then Random House Publishing Company, which is part of, Knopf Publishing, which is part of Random House, they got the book from a book agent who was interested in my life. Her name is Janice. And they bought the book. They redid it, twice as many stories, twice as many recipes, and it's put together like a real book was. I'm a street kid and no education, so I did the best I could with my first book, and people bought it now. And I wasn't allowed to be in a bookstore. When you self-publish, it seems like you can't get in the bookstore, so I had to sell it online or in my restaurants. Now that Knopf has bought it, it's called It Ain't Sauce, It's Gravy.
Love
which
it.
Which is a big, it's a fight. Like people want to get on the street corner and start fighting you, because I call it sauce. No, I call it gravy. What's the difference, right? Because what's the difference? As long as it tastes good.
That's right. Listen, I remember cooking with you in the kitchen. I made gravy with you.
Right, you made gravy.
Yes.
See, listen, New Yorkers, Boston, Connecticut people, I'm from South Philly. When my mother would make marinara sauce, as some people would say, we say marinara.
Yeah, but us Jews, we say marinara.
Right. So that would be just tomatoes, olive oil, garlic, maybe an onion or two, maybe. But that was sauce. But when you put pork or beef or even chicken, we call it gravy. Like some people say crab sauce. Well, in the summer, we would make crab gravy. That's what we would call it. Does it make us right? Does it make us wrong? No. As long as it tastes good, that's all I care about.
That's right. And also, wait a second, Steve, and pasta. You don't say pasta, you say macaroni.
Yeah, because, listen, we're Sicilian. My grandparents came from Sicily, and I get that. I've never been to Italy because I just work too much. I work 7 days a week. I don't have time for a vacation in my life. But when I was growing up, your mother never said, go to the corner store and give me a box of pasta.
Yes, she
My
did.
mother would say, go get a box of macaroni, whatever you like.
My mother used to say, go get pasta, Steve.
Then you're different.
Yeah.
What I'm excited about most of all is that I finally got a book. It's in Barnes & Noble. It's Books and Books. It's in a book in a million. I mean, they're in all bookstores all around the country. It Ain't Sauce, It's Gravy by Steve Martirano. And it's really a true story of how I got started, all the ups and downs with all our recipes, a lot of different cocktails, a lot of our homemade desserts that my beautiful girlfriend, Marcia Daly, makes. And you got all those recipes.
That's amazing.
So I'm excited.
We're excited for you.
The first time that we came to do a tasting at your restaurant, because you blew us away. Because, first of all, Steve Martorano does not put up any kind of air for anybody.
No.
This is who I am. Like me or not, we came, you were there in your kitchen with
cooking for us.
But I mean, he was with his tank top on, and this guy whipped out some of the most incredible dishes, but he was so
You got me scared for a
humble.
second.
He was so humble. He was, man, you were just real. I guess that's the best way to
absolutely.
put it.
Listen, there's such a misconception about me and my brand. You could talk to 100 people in a room. 50% will hate me because of the stories that they have heard about it, true or not true, whatever. Then you have another 50 that really like you. And Sinatra used to say, if you could please 50% of the people, you're ahead of the game. So, listen, I had a hard life. You know, I came from nothing. I was a street kid. When I came to Florida, I got wrapped up in the world. Yeah, listen, I partied. I did drugs. I drank too much. I did a lot of stupid things. And once I changed my life to say, listen, I'm sitting down that same road, and I'm clean and sober 8 years. God would have put things in my life where I am now if I continue to go down that path. So one of my goals is, and part of the book is to inspire and show other kids out there that are headed down that wrong road to say, look, I did it. I know what it's like. I know what it's like to party, be out all night. I know what it's like spending money. I know what it's like doing all stupid things. I know it, but there's another way. There's a better way.
Yeah, hard work. Hard work.
Hard work, perseverance, never forgetting who you are, where you come from, and staying humble. Because success brings false friends, true enemies. People want to see you get ahead, but they don't want to see you get that far ahead.
I hear you because you're absolutely right, Steve.
You know, Steve will not say this, but this is truly a true American success story. Wouldn't you say, Steve? I mean,
it is, yes.
This is for where you came, like you said. Now, what we didn't tell everybody is not only does he already had a Cafe Martorano in Las Vegas, the Rio, but you just opened up at the Paris.
We were at the Rio for 5 years. I took a spot that nobody else wanted. I took a spot that 2 other restaurants failed in 6 years. Listen, the company, Caesars Entertainment, as far as I'm concerned, treat me great. They're a great company. The hotel wasn't the greatest, but we proved ourselves being there for almost 7 years now. We were pulling people from Bellagio, from the Venetian. They were leaving other hotels and coming to there. Then the company says, we want to give you another one. So they put us in Paris, right on the Strip. And we're right next to Gordon Ramsay. So now they did that. Then they gave me Atlantic City,
which you just opened up too.
Yeah, which is at Harrah's. Me and Marsha opened up 2 of them back to back through the summer all the way to about a month ago. So we opened up 2 restaurants, 8,000 square foot a piece, back to back. It was one of the hardest things I think we both ever had to do, but we did it. We did it.
Wow.
My son was in Las Vegas last week, and he said, "Hey, Dad, Steve Martorano's picture's out like on the big screen."
A mural.
We're everywhere. We're everywhere.
I know.
We're everywhere. We're everywhere. And like I said to you, it wouldn't have happened. Listen, you just got to do the right thing.
Exactly.
I've learned that the hard way. If you do the right thing and you stay consistent, you got to be consistent. Things will come your way. After you work hard, you got to have patience. And it will come your way.
See, Steve-O, you got to have patience.
And, you know, we have a young couple sitting here in the studio who just opened up their first restaurant. It's called The Cook and the Cork. What would you tell them? They just opened up their first restaurant.
Don't ever stop believing in yourself, no matter what people tell you. If you're going to go in the world of reading about yourself, you're going to go in that world of reading what people say about you, take it with a grain of salt. Listen, the customer is not always right. That's the way my philosophy was. I'm a customer. You know what happens when people come into your restaurant and they say, "Excuse me, it's really hot in here." Okay, so now you go make it lower. 2 minutes later, another table says, "It's really cold in here." Now you're going to make it warmer. So who do you please? The way I look at it, I never forgot this. If I went to go see Sinatra saying, listen, Sinatra's the Pope to me. I'm sorry. That's why I keep saying Sinatra.
I know. I love him, too.
If I go see Sinatra, and he's singing all his songs, but he don't sing Summer Wind, and I paid $500 for a ticket, what am I supposed to do, scream and yell? Yo, Frank, Play some of it. I played all this money. No, you go in there and you let the guy do what he does. Let these two cooks, these two owners, let them do what they do. Don't change for nobody.
That's such good advice, and the way you tell us, you must have read our Yelp reviews, because it is too hot, it's too cold, it's too loud, it's too salty, not salty enough.
See, I would say something, but they won't put that over to you.
I might have to cut him off.
Listen, I heard in Las Vegas for your grand opening, you were presented with a magnum-sized engraved a wine and a portrait of yourself and Frank Sinatra to mark the great legends.
Yeah, it was from Southern Wine and Spirits. They have been a blessing in my life from day one. They believed in us from day one, even here in Florida.
Yeah, you have your own wine line, right?
Yes, it's unbelievable. We have our own wine. We have our own Pinot Grigio. We have a Chianti that you can only buy right now in the restaurants and a couple stores in Fort Lauderdale, like Fernandez on Federal in Oakland. They carry our wine. But what I'm really excited about is our jarred, here we go, our jarred sauces.
In Publix. Yes.
They're in Publix. They're at Fernando's. They're at Grand Forno on Las Olas. They're in Philadelphia. They're in Chicago. They're in Boston. You just got to find the stores that carry them. It's a slow-growing process, and but we'll put this all over the country. It'll be all over the country. We have marinara,
yes.
And we have spicy Sicilian. They're sauces. They're not gravy.
Oh, those are sauces?
Yes.
Okay.
Because, again, there's no meat. There's no meat.
Right. I've used those sauces.
We have.
Unbelievable. I love them.
Can people buy this on your website?
Yes. You go to my website at cafemartirana.com. That the love of my life, Marcia Daly, just did. It's beautiful. It tells you all about us, where we're going, where we're headed, what's our future.
And your Yo Cuz line also. You got jewelry and apparel.
Yo Cuz. Cuz means in Philadelphia would be friends. Like, just say, I forgot Stevie's, or Renee, say, I forgot your name. Not to embarrass myself to say, I forget your name. What was it again? I would just say, Yo, Cuz, how you doing?
I know, because I told you. Because listen, Steve Remp, I told you, I said, Steve-O never remembers anybody's name. He's got to use that terminology. He's got to say, Yo, Cuz.
That's it. It means family. That's what it means. And we own that. I own that name, Yo, Cuz.
I'm wearing my Yo Cuz hat.
You have to ask permission to use that terminology.
Oh, that's right. So, hey, when are you going on Jimmy Kimmel again?
Oh, man. There's so much going on between Mario Lopez and there's so much. We just finished. We didn't finish. We're almost on a movie script of my life story.
I know. We read that. I'm so excited for you. Wow.
That will be a movie within probably 2 years. It's a good feeling movie. It's an inspirational movie about how I started to where I'm at. We wind up becoming very close friends with Mario Lopez. He loves us, loves our brand. When I'm going to Kimball I think I'm going to be on the show the 17th of January. That'll be my 4th time on his show. Mario wants me to come to his house. We're going to cook.
Love it.
Extra TV over. We're going to film it. And he just loves our brand. He loves what we stand for. Then we got Queen Latifah's show at that time in January. And I think there's a show called The Real. That's a new show that's out with ladies are talking about, like the View kind of show, and we got that in the works also. So many things.
Steve, you're all over the place. Wow.
Yes, ma'am.
You know what? He's not going to say this. I'm going to say this. You actually cooked for a sold-out crowd at the James Beard House.
That was because, to me, I'm not a chef.
I know.
We have a chef's cook. I'm just a neighborhood cook that cooks like my mother, my grandmother cooked. We went to the James Beard House. When I said we rocked the house, the whole place stood up and clapped. They said that was never done before. Usually people eat and they start to leave. People stood. They wanted me to sign my book. They wanted me to take a picture. It was just a blessing. It's just a blessing.
Wow, that's amazing.
Okay, I got a question for you. How do you balance your life? You have 5 restaurants. You have 2 more coming up. You're going to be doing book signings. You got a wonderful woman, Marcia, in your life.
A movie coming out?
You've got your Mike Miller Foundation. You've got the Urban League of Broward County. You've got the Boys and Girls Club.
He's a busy man.
How do you balance all this?
You got to ask Marcia Daly that one.
She keeps you in check, right?
Listen, no kidding around. I didn't fall asleep till probably 6:30 in the morning doing paperwork, going over emails. And this morning she says, "Come on, you got a show. What show? You got to do. You got to do it. This is the time. Be ready." So I had an espresso, and I'm ready.
Wow. Hey, describe now. Do all the restaurants, all the decor, are they all alike now?
Yeah. Again, misconception, right? You believe half of what you see and nothing what you hear. Believe half of what you see, nothing what you hear. The biggest misconception is this: Cafe Martorano is loud. It's like so loud you can't enjoy yourself. That's a misconception.
Exactly.
You walk into Cafe Martorano or any Martoranos anywhere in the country. You go in at 6 o'clock. From 6 to 9:30, you're hearing Sinatra, Dean Martin, Tony Bennett, Jerry Veal. You're hearing classic Italian American.
Right, and there's TV screens all over the place to watch TV.
They're playing everything from Rocky to Godfather 2. But you're watching, and then at 9:30, if it warrants it, like if it's a Monday night and everybody's just having dinner, you can see the age crowd really isn't that, like, looking for that kind of vibe. We won't do that during the week. We'll keep Sinatra on, especially at Oakland Park Boulevard. But at Friday and Saturday, like last night and Friday, the place was jam-packed.
And then you have a DJ, right? You got a DJ.
Me. I'm the one that spins the music.
Oh, you did? Okay.
That's what I do. That's what I did before I got really involved. I used to spin in nightclubs in South Jersey and disco stuff. All the Barry White, Al Green, all the good
Love it.
Hey, that's the Philly stuff. That's the 70s.
No, this is disco. This is disco. Studio 54 in the house. That's right.
Exactly. So what's next for Steve Martorano? I know.
What's next? He's doing everything.
No, but I know the Food Network. Aren't they doing some kind of a pilot?
Yeah, I was going to ask him.
That's another thing, right? So much I forget. I don't write things down. I'm not. Like I said, nobody gave me a book on life. This is how you do it. Nobody gave me a book on business. I just learn as I'm going. Nobody taught me anything. But the Food Network, I've been trying to listen to me. I've been shot for a show from everybody on every stage, and they all say he's a great character. But they want me to do drama. They want me to do reality show. They want me like scream and yell, smack Marsha around. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I don't think so. Right?
I can't see that.
No, so shoot me. But my point is, I told them all no. I could have had a show 100 times, and they said, no, I won't do that kind of show. I want to do an inspirational cooking show, and there's a couple things in the works. But I did do a pilot for the Food Network. It's called Love Bites, and it's about ballpark food. How can you change it? What can you do? And they sold the pilot to the Food Network. There's like 4 or 5 of us. If they buy the show, they bought the pilot. But if they buy the show, then I'll be a regular on the Food Network. So
love it. How are you? How are you going to have time for all this? Wow.
Listen, I came from nothing, right?
Yes.
Came from nothing. So.
No, you didn't. You had $40 in your pocket when you came here.
I did. I had 40. Listen to me. See, if you make me go there. Make me go there.
I totally listen. You've got to pinch yourself every morning when you wake up and thank God.
And this is why he stays so humble.
Everybody thinks that the success doesn't mean shit. Doesn't mean shit. I worked hard for everything I got, and I don't know nothing else. So I'm just going to keep doing what I do.
Try to tell him to be careful.
I'm grateful. I'm blessed. I'm just going to keep doing until I can't do it anymore. Listen, the way I look at it, God don't want me and the devil's afraid of me.
And you said something about you work so hard because everything could be taken away from you tomorrow.
Listen, I grew up on beans and macaroni. I can go back to beans and macaroni. I live on the water. I have a pool. I can go to a fire plug in South Philly. That's all. Listen, material stuff does not bring you happiness. You know what brings true happiness? It's helping somebody. That's true.
And he does help people because he's involved. Your proceeds of Yo Cuz goes to the Urban League, isn't that correct?
Yes. Anybody. Our proceeds for Yo Cuz, if someone needs something, we're able to help them. That's what we'll do. That's why anybody that supports his brand, we're there for them. We're there to help them any way we can.
Do you know when we were I don't know if you remember this, one night we were talking with you at your restaurant, a little kid came in selling candy. I mean, this kid's like 7 years old. Most people, wouldn't even pay attention to him. Steve stopped in the middle of our conversation and took care of this kid.
He bought all the candy, the whole box.
I know, the whole thing. So
I'm going in there with a box of candy next week.
So we all want to get to heaven. I'm trying to build my house one brick at a time.
This is what I love about this guy. His philosophy on life is so, it's so right on. That's what's going to be so great about your book. Tell everybody again where they can buy your book at.
At any Barnes & Noble. If Barnes & Noble doesn't have it, make sure you tell the store manager you want it. You can get it at Books in a Million, and you can get it online at Amazon.com.
And your website as well?
CafeMartirano.com.
Because they could buy all that stuff on his website.
Bro, we love you, man.
Yeah, me too, Cuz. You're two good people. Just keep doing what you're doing. Just keep doing what you're doing.
And Steve, I'm sorry about that screw up last week. That wasn't me.
Thank you.
Tell Marcia hi for thank her
for setting everything up.
And whatever we can ever do for you, we're here for you.
Always.
Just let everybody know. Don't ever give up, no matter what.
Love it.
God bless, man.
Thank you. You too.
Thanks for calling in, Steve.
Wow.
He's amazing. He really is amazing.
See, you didn't know you were going to come in the studio
but
today.
Can I, something what I have to say is, he looks bigger than life. And when you walk in and see him, he is a personality.
Yes.
But he is the most humble, down-to-earth person I've ever met. I liked him from the second I met him. When we walked into that restaurant, and he was cooking back there for us, and his wife beat a tank top, and I said, wow. And I said this to him. I said, he's like a brother from another mother. He is just a really nice man.
You gotta read his book. It's called It Ain't Sauce, It's Gravy. And it's not just recipes. It's about
his story.
Doing something with your life. Doesn't matter how bleak it is, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Just sometimes it's
hard work
longer.
pays off, right? Hard work pays off.
And he does. Here's a guy that when the New York Jets come to town to play the Dolphins, they all go to Cafe Monterano.
Well, we have to also mention that his food is
Wonderful.
unbelievable.
It's absolutely wonderful. And we didn't,
incredible.
Not only does he have his second restaurant in Las Vegas, but he also has a new restaurant in Atlantic City. And he's got the two here, but you talk to him, he doesn't brag. He just has a philosophy on life, and I bet you he loved giving you two.
It was great advice.
It was good advice.
He came here to Florida with $40 in his pocket, and
look where he is now.
Comes from a rough life. And it's just what you can do. It's hard work. So you go, wow, we put in a lot of hours every night. It will pay off. You guys got a wonderful, wonderful restaurant.
You do.
And listen, anything we can ever do to help, we're here for you.
We're available to eat there every week.
Oh, yeah, right. And
it's local. I could walk there. Not quite. Take your scooter.
Close. So now we have Thanksgiving coming up pretty soon. Listen, if you don't want to mess with Thanksgiving, seriously.
Oh, you're not going to lay this on me. You want me to give some ideas? Because you gave me an idea. It's like tofurkey or something. I didn't say a curse word. Tofurkey is on this list. You wrote a list about like Thanksgiving if you don't want to cook yourself or if you're single.
Whole Foods wanted us to.
Okay, but listen, wait a second. All I'm going to say is on this list, if you don't want turkey, you could get faux turkey. To me, that's not the same as like a faux fur coat. Okay, this is faux turkey. So it's tofu in the shape of a turkey.
Exactly.
I want a black.
There's a lot of
people. They're not going to sponsor us. I'm telling you, I saw this. I said, what is this?
Jimmy, there just went Whole Foods. Make sure we get that check cash.
I'm sorry. Who takes tofu and shapes it into a turkey? I'm making that for you next week.
You are?
You're having tofurkey.
Wow. Okay. Renee, you just...
I'm sorry. If they don't send you money for sponsorship, I'm sorry. I won't buy shoes next week.
Oh, we are so We are so in trouble.
Okay. Do I give any other ideas? But I had to say this. This was the funniest thing I've ever seen. So the turkey's white.
Oh, now we're going to get into that?
The tofu's white. I'm just saying.
Wow.
Okay, so you're going to have a white turkey next week.
Okay, but tofu, right?
Tofu.
Okay.
I'm going to melt it in the microwave and meld it together.
So now after you've done this whole thing, I was talking about 2Js. You weren't even on the right page.
Okay, like I said, you don't script me out, so talk about 2Js.
No, I'm just saying.
Go for it, cowboy.
Listen, if you don't feel like messing with... By the way, are you going to be open for Thanksgiving?
I think we're closed Thanksgiving.
Let them have the day off.
Every year
It's a federal holiday.
A federal holiday?
Okay, just get into 2Js, whatever.
She's got... Thanksgiving is now a federal highway.
It is.
Tell Target that. Tell
Walmart listen,
that.
they're trying to get all the businesses to close.
I know.
Okay, one state did that right now. Do you want to talk about 2Js, or you want to talk to me about Target?
I just want to. I want to tell everybody that if you don't feel like messing with Thanksgiving, 2Js does a beautiful Thanksgiving.
They do, yes.
They have a beautiful ham, or they can do a turkey for you. They can do
So
stuffing.
obviously they're not kosher because they have ham, right?
Of course they do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they do a beautiful ham. They do stuffing. They do mashed potatoes. They do
pumpkin pie. Sweet potatoes. Let me help you along.
You ever walked by at 2J's, that case with the desserts in
No,
there?
you can't walk by because you have to buy some of the cookies there. I told you they have the best brownies I've ever had.
They do.
And black and white cookies.
And the arugula. Go on.
It's rugelach.
Okay. She does that to me every time.
I'm just saying it's not rugula.
See, New York, Texas. Don't
even listen. You're having tofurkey next week.
With rugula.
So don't get crazy over there. You are having tofurkey. And it's going to be toe gravy also.
It is?
Everything's going to have tofu. Everything's having tofu in it. I'm melting it down.
You are? Well, no,
I'm putting it on the grill. Wait a second. Can I put that on the grill?
Sure. And I want you to puree it, too.
That is hysterical.
Okay. Have you had the new tofu watermelon?
You're going to have that, too.
Okay.
Tofu pumpkin pie.
This is going to be one big tofu Thanksgiving.
Extravaganza.
Yummy.
Yeah, it just makes you just want to jump right in.
That's what I'm saying. So this is at Whole Foods, right?
Bridge.
Yeah. So that was really cool having Steve on today.
Yes.
Everybody is pulling at him right now. Everybody wants him on. He's got his new book out. And we have
I'm excited to see his pilot on the Food Network.
You know, one of the things he also didn't talk about, his next book is going to be a children's book. Can you believe this? Yeah, his next book is going to be a children's book. Anyway, that's our music.
Okay, today's show has been brought to you by our friends at Madison's New York Grill and Bar in Boca Raton, one of our top 20 restaurants and one of Steve-O and my favorites for lunch or dinner. Call them for reservations at 561-994-0808, and they are located just west of 95 next to Jared Jewelers on Glades Road.
Yes. Hey, just without you guys, there is no us. Remember, next week is another 1 p.m. show. Peace and love, everybody.
We're out.
You've been listening to the Eat and Critique Show with local restaurant critics Steve-O and Renee. Tune in again next week for more restaurant reviews, fine dining gift certificate giveaways, and interviews as Steve-O and Renee search for the good, the bad, and the ugly in fine dining experiences. To contact Steve-O and Renee, go to their website at www.theeatandcritiqueshow.com or go to their Facebook page. Thanks again for tuning in to the Eat and Critique Show here on Real Radio 94.3.